I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. What's going on, boys and girls? So, back in the basement, gonna put in another dent into Whirlwind. And, oh, I got my... Remember I tried to use a microphone in a recent episode and it wasn't working? Turns out the little adapter I got was for headphones, not for a microphone. So I just got that adapter in the mail yesterday. So I'll give that a try, and then that might improve the audio. And I can use this again. Or maybe go wireless. Yes, wireless would be a good option too. Anyway, I did end up going to Ray's last night. We invited a few fellow shenaniganders, but they were all mostly tied up except Julie. She came by and we had some games. Played No Good Gophers, Medieval Madness, Roadshow, and I think that was it. Played a bunch of games on each. But now it's time for Whirlwind. Let's see how my little potion worked for the posts. It's soaked overnight, and somehow Jamie and I were talking about birthday stuff, because my birthday's coming up in a bit, and ultrasonic cleaner got mentioned, so who knows? That might be a thing. Okay, so looks not bad. Oh, you know what I gotta do before? Give me a minute. Let me just rinse off all the bleach. I don't want to be touching all that. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna rinse this off and be right back. Okay, they're rinsed off. I think with a little cleaning, they should be okay. If there's any really nasty ones, I'll just throw them on my order, because I'm definitely placing an order. I've got new plastics coming, new drop targets, new decals, new topper decals, flipper rebuild kits, new switches, new spinny disc decals. So if I need to add anything else to the order, then not a problem. Okay, so let's see. That looks pretty darn good. Yeah, I can totally live with that. Let's try one with the all the rubber gunk on it and see what happens. I might need something a little better than a toothbrush for in there. And better, you know what? I was suggested by Jeffrey to use toothpicks rather than fingernails, and I thought, much better idea. Oh, that was just my chair, don't worry. Here comes Jamie about to ask if everything's okay. Hold on. Yeah, that bar stool is like kind of top heavy and very heavy in general, so when it drops, it makes a bit of a commotion. I wonder if I could use okay, I'm gonna get this into my Diet Coke and be drinking rubber. That's not gonna be nice. Move that out of the way. See, I could use a wire brush, but then I'll probably scuff up the plastic. There's only a few of these posts that have petrified rubber on them, so yeah, maybe 5 posts are going to take me a little extra time, but the rest are probably going to be no time. So, total investment in time and posts, removing them, cleaning them, replacing them. Well, I guess you have to remove them and replace them whether you buy new or not. So the total invested time in cleaning them, I'm going to say probably like 15 minutes. So I think it's worth it. So I'll keep plucking away at these and show you the finished product. Alright, I was just digging into another bin of parts, and it reminded me, Z, fellow shenanigander, made a comment about Myco specialties for parts. Yes, I do have a few parts here, but I was just looking in the old bin of fun, and see, look, new star posts, but those are not the doubles we need. But anyway, look what I found. I found 2 brand new doubles, so I can upgrade too, but here's the finished product, okay? Obviously these are all cleaned, and I don't think there's any in there that I'm not happy with. Let's take a close look. Yep, I think I can live with those. I don't even know if I need to use these guys or not, but I may. And then these are the 2 old ones from the slingshot zone, so you can obviously see the difference. And instead of cleaning these guys, I will just throw these in the used bin, and boom, boom, there we go. We can put all the posts back. So I think what I might possibly do today is install these posts once they dry, do my Playfield touch-ups, see if there's any other mylar I want to mess with, and then either, I don't know if I should start rubbering yet. That might be too early. No, because I would usually do like to do light bulbs first, and I want to do them with the machine working so I can check them out as I do them. I haven't decided if I want to go cool white or warm white for the GI. So I'd like to turn on the machine and have it work, and then do like, one corner warm, one corner cool, and kind of see what looks better, and then go from there. So I won't do any rubbering, but I'll probably do like I could maybe do the colored Cliffy posts at least, and then take a good look at the underside and see if there's any other parts I need to order, because I want to get this order in so that I have hopefully everything I need. I should also kind of scour all these parts. Like, do I need to order new caps? Those are probably going to be okay. But is there anything in this area that looks like I might need? Like, do I need a new diverter? No, that looks fine. I've had to replace diverters before. I do got to get this welded up. Oh, here's some more rivets. There's going to be 3 rivets on this guy. But yeah, so other than plastic set, and I do got a dome receiver in my cart for the broken one I've got. So I guess I'm probably good. Nothing that I need to order from this zone. That belongs there, I believe. Be cool to LED these guys. And in my box of Whirlwind goodies that I have coming from Jeffrey Jones. I hope I said that right. Jeffrey Jones, shout out again. I think he's got a new plastic for me in that lot. So I would just have to remove the nuts and then reattach. I'd have to install a new flap, but then I could have a brand new plastic here, but we'll see how well that cleans up. Yeah, here's the broken dome receiver. That's not the correct word for it in Marco, but so I might go investigating under the playfield today and see what else I need to add to the order before I place it. So I'm going to tinker around over here for a bit, and then I'll let you know how I make out. Okay, I'm just taking a look at the underside of the playfield here, and I never realized that the scoop is actually both scoops. Oh wait, I thought they were both one piece. Now I'm realizing they're actually not. Okay, I gotta remove this scoop, and probably this one when I install Cliffys, but so I just need to disconnect these two wires, or even just the green wire and these two baby screws, and then a few screws there, and I can remove that scoop to get that welded. But what else do we see? Just standard pop bumper stuff down here, which I will... Oh yeah, I've got 6 new spoon switches coming. Hopefully they work. So that means I'll be tearing apart all the pop bumpers, new sleeves, clean up everything, and new spoon switches for all of them. So that'll be like a whole day. We got oh, that saucer, I'm gonna remove that and clean that up, because you can't clean it all that well from above, but that looks to be intact, so I won't need to order one of those. And then the flipper mechs, I've got rebuilds coming, and this whole spinny disc thing, I might tear it apart, I might remove it, and just kind of check it out, clean it up. It looks like just these 2 wires, really, and the whole thing should pop out. Just a bunch of I guess I have to remove this lamp board, maybe. Oh, maybe not. I can access the screws, or not. That one you cannot access. Okay, so I'll remove this lamp board to get at this guy, take that off, check that out. What about my slingshots? They looked like they were like a little bit wobbly, but I think that's just the normal play in them. I don't think that's anything unusual, how there's that play there. Yeah, I think that's fine. So, you know what? I think I am probably okay to place my order. I don't see anything else here that concerns me. What is this? Oh, this is the ramp diverter, like up down ramp. Oh, and this is the single drop target, the mech. I'm familiar with these. I've never loved these. They always like to mess up. Well, especially if there's a drop down coil too. If it's just the one coil that fires it up, that's easy. When they have the second coil to knock it down, that's where I find can get problematic, like on T2 especially. Look at this switch. I think that one's about due. Okay, so I think that I better tell a couple friends that I'm placing that Marco order. Let's see if they want to jump on board. Corey, if you're watching, by the time you watch this, I've already placed the order, so don't bother. Rob Noel and Ray, I think, shit, man. You know, that's the thing about placing an order. If you tell people you're placing an order, all of a sudden you got like 20 people on the order, and then it takes you like 5 hours to sort everything out, because you got to sort out the shipping, the exchange rate that you get charged, the exchange rate that is actual, the duty, tax, customs fees, then the cost of everything, and then figure that all out all amongst 20 people. So the trick is to try and only just ask 2 or 3 people and hope you don't get you know, $1,000 order that you have to sort out with 40 people. But yeah, so I will place my order soon. And then I'll have new plastics and all kinds of new fun stuff. So I'm going to start by removing this because it needs to be out for welding. Alright, so I removed the trough and then I cleaned up the wood around here and inside the scoop. That's in there pretty good. I'd have to probably sand it to get rid of that, but I just want to get rid of most of the carbon that I don't want spreading throughout the playfield again like this. I'll get at that after. But so the scoop is removed, and then I removed this light board, but for whatever reason I had a hell of a time getting this connector off, so I had to use tools to pry it. And look, I like friggin' pried this header right up. I don't know why this was so sticky, but it was almost like it was Loctited on there. Like, what is all that crust? I was almost concerned like the connector was burnt on because it was overfused or something, so I wanted to remove it. But definitely gonna have to repair that now. I should be able to heat it up and push it back into place, possibly. If not, I'll just replace all the headers, but bit of a pain, but yeah, I'll do what needs to be done. Okay, so I also noticed another wire off right here. That is GI. Oh no, that's an insert right here. This, you know, this could also have been part of the reason I was getting short. Well, I don't know. There's very little metal exposed, but it's possible. So that guy appears to go right there. Can you see that? Probably not. Here. There's too much stuff in the way. Right there. Just okay, Andrew's calling, but yeah, that wire's off. So I'm going to solder that back on. Fix up my lamp board. And then try to remove the big spinny wheel mech. I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so I was able to successfully repair this. Just heated it up, pushed the pin back into place, straightened them all out, reflowed them all, and the solder had a really heck of a hard time catching. So I'm almost wondering if this was Loctited on, because I know this era of Williams games, they did use a lot of Loctite. Like Funhouse, for example, every post is Loctited, I believe. Or at least some of them were, and it was a heck of a time dealing with that restore. But just the fact that I had such a hard time getting it off, and then the solder wouldn't take, makes me think it could have been Loctited, but that just doesn't make any sense. Does that make any sense? No, I don't know. Something was weird going on with this thing. Anyway, I checked all the traces to make sure everything was doing what it's supposed to be doing and not shorting into another pin, and they're all making continuity, so that's repaired. And this wire is back where it wants to be. Ew, what is all this? Did it used to be alive? I can't tell. Okay. Alright, so I gotta go take off for a little bit. When I get back, I might clean this area up, clean the inserts, remove this thing, check that out, and yeah, so I guess we kind of hopped right into mechanics all of a sudden. I was supposed to be doing Playfield touch-ups, but oh well, I'll bounce around. We'll get it all done eventually. Okay, just got back and getting sidetracked already. I saw this sitting in the cabinet, thought maybe now I got the soldering iron out, might be a good time. Maybe this is where I'll show Tilting T the Quad Zero action. Polish that guy up. Yeah, so this is something you don't want to screw up. something that I've never done one with the 4 lugs before, so I'm gonna kind of assume that it goes on just the same way that that is. That would make sense, but I would probably feel a little more comfortable knowing that that is the case for sure before I go ahead and do that. So we got 2 black on the right and 2 white on the left. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward. So I'm gonna figure this out and hopefully not screw it up. Alright, looks like my posts are dry and looking good. And then here's the power switch plate. That's the side that was up. That is the new side that's going to be up. And we'll give it a little polish. I was going to use like a thick steel wool for the first round, but I'm going to use this burgundy scrubbing pad. My buddy Kevin G hooked me up with this, and this will kind of scuff up your metal, so don't use it on any pretty surfaces because you can see it's scratchy, right? I have lighter stuff as well, I think green scrubby and maybe gray scrubby, and then I don't know, I'll use some, this is the Quad Zero steel wool. It's like the finest of the fine. Probably won't get out these scratches, but that's all you need to do. I did this on my table because I didn't feel like going over to the sink. So that's the luxury of having a crappy table. Don't need to worry about getting it dirty. So I got burn holes from soldering. But just like that. Yeah, look at that. Okay, and also, let's just take you over there right now. So I've got the power switch wired up, and then if you see anything that's going to blow me up, then you can let me know before I turn on the machine. But this is the one that was on there, obviously not original and too big for the red tap to fit over it. This one's a little smaller, but I just did white on the left, black on the right, just like this one. And I checked Funhouse and it is the same kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to blow anything up. So time to hook this guy back up, like so. Where's my little ring? Might as well do it now. Am I doing anything out of order? No, I think that's right. Shiny side up. Tighten this on. I don't have my proper... Yeah, no, I gotta like align this so the switch is up and down and tighten it. I'll put it together and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the plate is installed, the switch, this was the before. I don't know why it was changed, but they didn't use one that worked very well, and voila. Back to original. Uh-oh. Must secure a ground strap. Alright, I'll do that now. Alright, that's better. So, that was a little distraction, but a good one. Good result. So now, I think I'm going to pull this thing apart. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll put on some posts. We'll see. Okay, as usual, I'm kind of jumping from one thing to another. But I forgot. This is Quad Zero steel wool that I was talking about. It's been doing some good polishing wonders. So that's what I've been using when I say the old Quad Zero. So check this out. I have removed this Spinny disc mech, And I did have to remove another light board in order to get it out. This thing is very filthy, look at that, just from spinning the reels. Let's see if I can make a fun line on my hand. Yeah, there you go. It's a little dirty. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to clean this guy up. And I'll probably keep it out and apply the decals on when it's out. I think that's a good idea. Make sure these are tight. Not much to it. I'll just make sure I don't put any pressure on this board while I'm working on it. That's probably lay it down like that is a better idea. What does this say? To adjust wheel height, loosen the plastic lock nut A. Adjust screw shaft by turning as necessary. Re-lock lock nut A. Okay, so they're all three of them individually adjustable for height. Okay, that's good to know. Makes sense. Okay. So, I removed that. I'll deal with that. Then I moved on to some kind of fun stuff. Like I said, I was jumping around. So, I installed posts. And then I installed post sleeves. So, let's take a look. First of all, I'll show you. Z will like this. More Myco Specialties parts. This is my stash of colored post rubbers. And one order I ordered from Cliffy, check this out. So, first one's labeled post sleeves. And then post sleeves 2, the sleevening. And then post sleeves chapter 3, Parabellum. And then the last bag, post sleeves end game. That was fun to receive that package. That was a while back, but some have spilt out into the bag. I've got translucent, I've got normal, I've got rubber, I've got some Eddie Durazzo. Are these glow in the dark Eddie, or are these just cool green? Ooh, these might be glow in the dark. This would be good for when I do my X-Files. I got white, metallic, silver. I used that on Harley Davidson. That was pretty cool. Pink. Anyway, that's a fun bag. And there we go. That's some serious gobble hole action there, eh? Imagine trying to play with that as your obstacle, trying to like fire right down this line to get by it. Anyway, yeah, so check it out. We got posts. Oh yeah, there we go. So they got orange there and blue there. And all the clear posts look good. Then another blue one there. And then a couple reds and a couple baby blues to match the art. And another orange over here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that color selection. Think it looks pretty good. So next I gotta go clean the inside of these holes. And then work on that other mech. Yeah. Not sure. I'll clean the underside of the Playfield. Oh, I should show you that, actually. It's pretty dirty. I'm done with these for now. I don't think I missed any, but if I did, these are not too far. The bin of rubbers. Okay, so I'll show you what this looks like. Yeah, them some dirty holes. Holy. They will look better when I'm done with them. And here's the other lamp board I had to remove. That one, I didn't have an issue with the connector. That one came out no problem. So I'll clean up these boards as well. I may actually, you know what, I'll probably, before I reinstall them, I might as well. Well, I can't reinstall them until the other thing is in, but before I do, I should LED them. That would make sense too. I'm not going to install them without LEDing them first, so we'll do that in that order. And then I'll have to get a wet brush on this, but I can get off some of this crust. Maybe I will soak it up first, because whatever. Anyway, this brush is mainly for my inserts. Get in all that carbon out of there. And then, yeah, that's probably sufficient. Sometimes I use Q-tips and rubbing alcohol, but kind of just spreads the gunk around. This is mostly just dusty carbon and just kind of goes away. And then I'll wipe the Playfield here, but yeah, look at that. Can you see? That's not focusing very good. Let's try this yellow one. It's not that bad, so. Let's see this one here. So I'll clean those up. Clean that up. Holy heck. And yeah, okay, I'll report back. Making progress though, as usual. One bite at a time. Okay, so probably when cleaning things, don't do it on your pants. As you can see, they are a little rusty now. Okay, so it looks better, right? I didn't disassemble it because it requires, like, that screw doesn't just pop off. It's part of the whole thingamajiggy, so I didn't want to disassemble it completely, but I gave it just a nice once over, and it's better. And then the other side, I polished up a little bit. So, again, I used my Quad Zero to finish that off, and then I just had to use a dry cloth to really get the last bits off there. But that came out nice. The white Spinnies, they're hard to get white again. Maybe if I busted out Magic Eraser. But I'm happy with that. So that's going to stay out of the machine until I get my decals. So I will put that here with the other stuffs, the apron, and I think these are the screws for that. So we'll stick those there as well. Okay, voila. Now, I guess it's time to tackle the dirty holes. Okay, it hasn't taken much time. I'm only halfway there, but Magic Eraser, cloth, semi-wet, and water. It's all I'm using so far. I'll get into the rubbing alcohol if I need to. But look at that. Like, either someone was cleaning the Playfield with a lot of gunk and that seeped through, or someone spilt something on the Playfield glass at one point and it seeped through, but I don't know if that's beer, water, rubbing alcohol, wax, but I'll get it off. It's coming along. Alright, they are cleaned up now. I took some 400 grit sandpaper just to skim the insides there. I started with the wet cloth and then just gave a little skim and then another wet cloth just to get rid of all that carbon. And there we go. That looks better. And I did all those inserts and the wood around them. So that's a good chunk right there. Now, I think I might... There's a couple things still to do on the Playfield. When I was installing this blue Cliffy, I realized there's still a little bit of a spot on the Mylar there that I can trim off. And then I think it might be time to do these red and black touch-ups around the pop bumper zone and then around here. So this is a little missing its black, so I think I'll just kind of sharpen that up. This is what it looks like when it's perfect. And It's a little chewy around here, so see if I can just sharpen that up. It shouldn't take much. Yeah. I don't know how detailed I'm gonna try and get right in like that zone. Almost be better to remove the rest of the art on the other side of the Mylar there just to make it consistent. But that's like such minuscule details. I'm getting a little carried away, but I do that from time to time. Okay, so I think operation touch-ups and Mylar removal next. Alright, here's my acrylic set and a bunch of miscellaneous brushes, a couple reds. Oh, yeah, that one's not gonna work. I need very fine tip this for this job. So this is probably the best one to use, I'm thinking. It's not quite as sharp of a point as I would like. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe this guy. It's a little frisky too. Maybe I'll trim it down. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Trim it down with scissors. Try and make a nice fine point. And then show you the results. Hopefully they're good. Okay, so water-based, fine point, paint marker, and then my acrylic red, which was a better color match, along with, where did it go? Here. This paintbrush here, which I trimmed down with scissors to make a nice fine point. Those were my weapons of choice, and I will show you the results. I should use a paintbrush as a pointer. Okay, so these guys here, you know, if you remember, they were worn around the edges in some spots. And so all I had to do really was, there's a little bit of red touch up there, and then just kind of sharpened up all the little edges basically. Did basically a line of black down there. But as you can see, it's not all like sloppy and choppy. Maybe I missed a little spot right there that I could sharpen up. And this guy here, it's pretty good overall. Maybe again here I couldn't, you know, you don't want to bleed into the wood too much, because if you screw up you can't really undo it. So I got to be very careful. But from there, looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. And then the red, which is brilliant red. I didn't even color match. It looks better. It's not perfect, but look at that. I also did some of the like really worn wood areas, you know, like see right here how that is worn down because there was no Mylar there. So I touched up a bit of those areas as well. So it's little, you can still see the wood wear, but it's less obvious. My lines aren't quite as bad. All in all, that area I'm very pleased with. So touch-ups are basically complete. I also did just a couple little things around the edge here, although these will be covered up with Cliffy protectors. But yeah, so that's pretty exciting. I'm much more happier with that. And these guys look good. I may still tinker for another line or two, but I don't want to screw something up. So I'm pretty happy with the way it is. Probably should leave good enough alone. Alright, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep plugging away or not. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned. Oh, I just forgot to mention a couple spots of Mylar that I dealt with. Remember this piece here? I removed that, cleaned the adhesive. That's good. And then one little spot right here. Can you see? that was bubbling up. So I cut that out. Touched up the red there and the black there. So all the little things do add up. And I'm enjoying the fruits of the labor. Alright, next on the list, rebuilding of the shooter rod, which I have just completed. Took it all apart, put on a new barrel spring. Oh, also, where did I put it? This was the old shooter sleeve that was in there. Obviously, you can see the one end is broken off. It's supposed to look like this. The flange on the end. So I replaced the sleeve, cleaned up all the metal, new barrel spring, and to top it off, yellow shooter tip. And now I've cleaned this guy up. You're not really going to be able to see the yellow unless you're kind of lining up your shot like that. But it is good to go. Alright, Jamie said to come up and eat. Apparently she ordered food. Surprise food, I have no idea what it is. I wonder. She probably ordered Qdoba. That's going to be my guess, like a Mexican food. Anyway, on the next video I will show you what polishing the Playfield with Novus 2 ends up looking like. So, thanks for watching.